Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and today we're going to work on this pattern here. This is 113557 on friendshipbracelets.net. Let me copy this part here and bring it over to my template. So I'm kind of looking for balance when I make it. So I'm just going to paste this here, go to layer, transform, rotate it clockwise, and we will enlarge it just like that. And then kind of slide it off to the side. I think I'm going to use the colors that they have and just kind of work it out. Oh, so one of the first things right off the bat, if we're going to put this diamond in the center, we're going to have to move the center line here. So I guess we move it up. It'll be just a tiny bit shorter than my normal, but that's okay. All right. And then we can center this and anchor our floating layer over there. So there we go. Now, a pattern like this probably doesn't need all this extra work of being centered and everything else, but I'm really, well, that's not the color I wanted. But I'm kind of particular about how these things turn out, so. So this is 4, this is 3, and the other color is in the center of that. This has really been made to be super, super simple. I really quite like this. So basically there's just a single gap, and these things just kind of follow a normal path. This one has to be dark because when the two strings come together, there's no other. That's awesome. Here's the single, here's this. Wow. All right, now the light one. Oh, this is actually going to end on a really good spot. There, like that. So we end up with a nice dark row starting it all off. Everything else kind of gets tossed together. The direction of these are going to be super simple. It's going to follow a path that's practically straight. The only thing that kind of throws it off is that a dark string will intersect it periodically. But other than that, these just kind of follow a straight row all the way down. So this is incredibly beginner friendly. As long as you can do front and back knots and have some kind of consistency with your tension, this should turn out really, really nice. Mind you, I have noticed a number of beginners are trying bracelets that are a little bit harder than what they probably should be starting out with. And they end up quite the mess, and they ask the questions like, why does mine not look like the rest of your guys's? And it's real simple. If you start with a bracelet design that's beyond what your skill set is, it's gonna have some problems. There's gonna be some trouble. There's, you know, I've been doing this for a long time now, and that's why I can pretty much say I'll take on most any pattern. Mind you, there are still some patterns that will always turn out a little wonky. It's the pattern, it's not you. There are times where there's just so many zigzags or something weird about it. But if you're struggling on the easier ones, one of the things that can help is do patterns like this, something that's got a simple basis for it, and practice. Get in some good practice. Try your hand at keeping the knots nice and even, and it'll come to you. It just takes time. A lot of people want to be able to paint the 16th chapel, but you know, they don't want to sit and practice. They don't want to do the work that makes it, you know, possible that you could be this like great artist or something. So that was all the strings that are other than the gray. So there's a lot more gray than there is anything else. So what we're going to do is, instead of coloring them all in, we're going to capture using the select by color, get all these blues here, go to our paint, hit full selection, and boom, just like that, it's done. Now we can go put that back before I end up starting my next video with a mistake. So there's our whole top half. Let's hide the example, and now I'm going to copy this. Control C, Control V, use my flip tool, flip it horizontally, and then flip it this way, vertically. So now the strings just carry on. So now it's well balanced, and then I can take my pencil tool. Oh, hang on, I have to anchor that layer and merge it down. We have, because we shortened it, we got this little thing down here, so I'll just use the pencil tool and boom, now it's perfect. Yeah, I definitely like the fact that it's going to be balanced out better like it is. Like, honestly, you probably don't have to go to all the trouble I did. You could just find a part of the pattern and start it out. But what I'm showing you here is how to make it nice and balanced. It'll end kind of on the same note as how it began. And I think that just takes the skill level up a whole notch. So hopefully you learned something there. And you kind of saw how I put the whole thing together. If you were trying to create a pattern of your own, you might have actually gotten something out of there as well. So hopefully that helps you guys out a lot. Before I go, let me just thank my YouTube members for making this possible. Their help gets me the string that I need to make this stuff. I'm going to put this one together here shortly, and tomorrow you'll get to find out if I learned any lessons along the way, because sometimes they get a little surprised about these ones. Mainly, I'm going to be looking at this one as to how to segment knot it the best. We got strings that are obviously trying to go various directions. There's probably some kind of way of making this move along quickly, so I'll be trying that as well. So thank you very much. Tune in tomorrow, and yeah. Oh, thank you for watching this far into the video, by the way. Thank you very much for that. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.